bent back knee a la Caribbean style, Ian Bishop.
Thank you, we're still being represented.
Just like your bet, English. From 6'6", down on one knee. It's a great shot. It's the trusting of his hands, you know, not a lot of feet movement. Not out of the manual, coaching manual, but just power through the ball. Head is still, and that's the most important thing, and then just trusting his hands and power. Oh, that's come off the middle of the bat. Doesn't get better than that.
Oh, goodness. Hard to choose between the square drive and the efficiency of this push. 12 off the over, 25 without loss.
आप लोग इतने अच्छे ऑफर्स कैसे देते हो यार?
बड़े बड़े देशों में ऐसी छोटी छोटी बातें होती रहती हैं सेनोरिटा। हाय।
आपने छुट्टा नहीं लौटाया।
आपने पैसे कहाँ दिए? मिलेंगे ढेर सारे ऑफर्स only on the Food Panda app. What's your order?
Good value for the entrance fee for those at the ground. Pushing the boundaries.
It was one of my favourite shots. See the ball going. You know your balance has to be good to play that stroke. Your head has to be in a good position. The bat path has to come down straight onto the ball. See it go past the bowler. It was an opportunity almost to get one back. It's two wonderful strokes from Sharma in that over. India off to the start that they wanted. It's looked easy so far.
From a captaincy point of view, you have to compartmentalize if you're a bowling captain, because right now his mind will be so focused on trying to execute his bowling plan. He's got to compartmentalize and think, well, who can I go to? Can I go to Taskin early? Can I go to Probable early? Can I go to Shakib early? To try to initiate something if the ball hasn't done as much as they thought.
He's captained this team a long time. He knows what options he has available. Before the game, as a leader, he would have been considering which best option to use against the likes of Rohit, Sharma, Shikhar, Dhawan. Who would he bring on if Virat Kohli came into play? But you've also got to have the ability to read the game, read the pitch, the situation that's in front of you. He must know that Bangladesh are 30 runs short. I feel at the moment he's a little bit defensive in his mindset. I think changing it up, trying to find a way to get that wicket will be key.
He's just picking his spots here, Rohit Sharma, to be honest. He's in sublime form.
He's not breaking a sweat at the moment. Superb timing. Just back of the length. I think it might have been a little bit of pace off the ball, but just stood on the top of his toes. Yeah, the off-cutter. Beautiful timing. He raced across the outfield. Minimal effort. See that last minute flick through the ball. That's where he generates his speed from.
Slip has come up, caught at that and gone into a mid-wicket position, looking to fill the gaps in front of the wicket. Mortaza is the last person you want to do that to. He could fall apart if you're not careful.
I know, we were just commenting up here about how often he's pulling his knee braces up and down at the back of his mark. Certainly shown some longevity in his career. He wears it at occasions. when you watch Bangladesh, you feel that they're a team that they do better when there's something in the surface, when the surface is very dry, when they can take the pace off, when the spinners can play a role. It's almost their mindset when surfaces play well or have a bit of pace in them. Maybe that's the area of their game that they've got to grow into, develop still a little bit more in time to come as they look to improve and improve. I've seen the growth in their cricket over the last period of time. Their first international tournament semi-final, it's been wonderful. You know how much cricket means to the people. That's probably the area of their game that they just need to develop into when the surfaces don't suit. What do they have to offer? What is their mindset?
Come back to that. 6 off the over, 31 without loss.
Dual selfie camera, one for selfie, one for group selfie. Oppo F3, F3 Plus, selfie expert.
Oppo camera phone.
Check bowling and the Birmingham number 3, Taskin Ahmed.
Solid start by India, and Mortaza has made his first bowling change. Taskin Ahmed into the attack. Was brought into the 11 in that game against New Zealand up in Cardiff, picked up 2 wickets. Just building on your conversation from the last over, Graham. I think he's an important commodity going forward in developing that penetration.
Almost called it, Bish. If you look at India, and we've spoken a lot in this tournament about the development of their current fast bowling crop, and that is probably the strongest all-round attack that they've had. As you see, the edge found didn't carry. They've got a very balanced attack in. Bangladesh do have pace options, they do have spin options, but it's penetrations on surfaces that don't offer where their slow balls don't grip in the surface, where their spinners don't get turned. You know, where do they go to from there?
Now, he's just 22 years old. And I look at someone like Hassan Ali, who's 23, just turned 23, and has been involved at this level for less time than Taskin has. Taskin's been around for at least a couple of years now, over 2 years. And obviously, there are different types of bowlers, different levels of maturity. Taskin can look at Hassan Ali's development and exposure in this tournament, the skill sets that Hassan Ali brings, the consistency that he brings, and know that he's got so much time on his side to develop his game to make that type of impact. He can only understand his action and become consistent by playing more often.
Touched on Hassan Ali. He's been outstanding in this tournament. It's incredible to watch our players of similar ages develop maturity in their game. I mean, Hassan Ali at 23 has shown immense amount of maturity. He hasn't just bowled fast, he's mixed his lengths up well, he's bowled the right delivery at the right time. Huge for Pakistan. You say, you know, you often guess why has Taskin not developed as fast as maybe a Hassan Ali. It could be many things: upbringing, coaching, family life. But he has the potential, there's no doubt. I agree with you, Bish. If Bangladesh are going to be we see him with pace against New Zealand. Got the two wickets. I think from a penetration perspective, he's going to be key. as Bangladesh progress and consistently improve at international level.
A different type of surface. There's a little bit more in Cardiff. But he's got a good skill set. Nice slow ball. And gets everything going in the right direction. Put away nicely with authority from Shikhar. End of the over, 36 without loss.
लेटेस्ट स्मार्टफोन्स पे ग्रेटेस्ट डील्स आ रहा है Amazon स्मार्टफोन सेल 19th to 21st June.
He's still looking very good touch.
India going along, nearing 6 runs and over. It's been pretty simple so far. There hasn't been a shot in anger. It's just good, solid intensity, putting the bad ball away that's been on offer. Wonderful timing. I think the timing for me has been the best part of this first 6 overs.
When you're in such good touch, for me, Graham, some of the guys that I played with, I won't call any names, but I occasionally found that guys wasted good form by getting bored at the crease. They're playing so well, and you try to maybe do things out of the ordinary, but runs are flowing nicely and easily for you. Be hungry, be greedy.
I agree with you. You want to have that appetite for runs. You don't want to waste form. I mean, you spend your life as a batter searching for that good clear headspace, that good feeling, that confidence in your game, runs behind you. When you're in and you're feeling that way, you don't want to put it to waste, because there's so many times as a batter that you've got to deal with that insecurity of failure. I mean, even the best in the world fail more often than they succeed. The best batters score 1 in 3, 1 in 4. So learning to deal with failure as a batter is a big, big thing. So when you've got it, make it count.
Prolong it. Don't leave it for anyone else to do.
Teddy bear?
What concerns me is that you pay good money for a ticket and then he stands in front of you. Just blocks the entire view out. Timed it well enough. Wasn't that short. And he's in such good form, he picks the length easily.
Just nothing on the ball from Mashrafi. 125 kilometers an hour. Set up, floated up there. Not enough zip behind that delivery.
They've been commanding without breaking sweat. 40 without loss after 7.
Dual selfie camera. One for selfie, one for group selfie. Oppo F3, F3 Plus. Selfie expert.
Oppo camera phone.
When your career needs a stunning makeover, you'll never have to do it alone. A Sikkim Manipal University distance education degree works for you.
In the commentary box, Saurav Ganguly is with Michael Slater.
Thanks, Bish. And big period for Bangladesh. And prize a wicket, an opportunity from somewhere. It's all looking too easy at the moment for this opening pair. There we go, Rohit Sharma. He has got some amazing individual performances in this mode, in T20 mode.
A terrific one-day player, got 2 double hundreds in one-day cricket. Now, when you watch the Indian batsman play and when you watch the Bangladeshi batsman play this morning, you see a difference in approach. They remain calm and composed in one-day cricket. They just look to hit the ball through the line, pick the gaps. There's no hurry. And when you saw someone like Jasprit this morning, batting at number 3 for Bangladesh, inside edge, will go down to the fine leg fielder, he'll get a single. You felt that it was only a matter of time that he would hit one straight to the fielder. Yes, you need to accelerate, you need to play positively, but it was something different to watch this morning. And all these young players should learn from the way Shikhar, Dhawan and Rohit Sharma play, that even in the format where you have to get runs quickly, you can still play proper cricketing shots and get runs at a good pace. 42 for none after 7 overs, almost 6 runs an over.
Oh, it's a beautiful stroke. It went to the fielder, but he bounced it over that man behind point with power.
Well, how good is that? How good a cricket shot is that? How good a wicket it is. Not that bad a delivery, just fraction of a length short, and he just stands and delivers. He's in terrific form, and that's a shot of a batsman in great touch, off the back foot, just a short arm jab, and it races away to the boundary.
Yeah, he's 20 off 14, so Rohit Sharma has faced a lot more deliveries. He's 26 from 31. And the deliveries he's getting, 4 boundaries in that 20, he's in special form. Very interesting to watch Dhawan and the mode and where he can hit deliveries. So I'm locked up, so we've got all this congregation of deliveries outside the off stump. This is against seam, and look where he hits them. They're all going to different parts. Some to the onside, he walks across. There we go, through point, across the line again, down the ground and to the onside. So he's got this ability. Balls in the same area, same length, and he'll hit it to the onside, square on the off or down the ground.
Pull shot, another boundary. First one through the offside, the next one through the onside. He's got the highest runs in the tournament so far, Shikhar Dhawan. He's still got a game to go, hopefully. 50 partnership for both. Short delivery all the time in the world. Bang, it goes past the square leg fielder. Speaking about how he batted through the offside and through the onside, early on when he gets set, he plays it on his length. If it's a delivery which is on the off stump, he will hit through the offside. But once the ball gets older, once he gets set, he starts picking different sides of the ground as per the field. And that's why this batting is so dangerous. They get in, once they're set, they take the game away.
Oh, 6! Did you hear that out of the blade? 16 off the over. It's an onslaught. 56 for no loss.
नया दिन, नई चुनौती, इसका सामना करने के लिए चुनो वही जो हो आपके इरादों जैसा, स्टील से भी ज्यादा मजबूत जिलेट मार्क 3, जिसके 3 ब्लेड्स एक ही स्ट्रोक में दें बेहतरीन स्मूथ शेव। स्टील से भी मजबूत जिलेट मार्क 3।
56 for none, just after 8 overs. India on song. India just racing away with the game. That's Virat Kohli, very, very popular. Shikhar Dhawan, 30 of just 17 deliveries. He's a special talent. Ashwin in his 5th over. Let's have a look at the boundaries in the previous over. That was the first one. Short arm jab, it races away. Next one, a pull shot. The last one making a statement. That's a statement, more than a shot.
Yeah, that last one. I want to hear that.
And they call him Gabbar.
It's a great moustache.
Yes, it's the moustache, and it's a famous film in India, which went on for years. It's one of the characters.
All right. Saurav, let's amp up the volume. Have a listen to this. It's clean out of the middle. Bang. It went so quickly, it was flat, and that would have felt for him the sweetest. You know, occasionally you purely hit one.
And she loved it. He's a terrific character, Shikhar Dhawan. Doesn't get hassled by anything if you see him off the field. Leads a life at his own pace. And walks out with the bat in this format of the game. He's so dangerous. One of India's best players in world tournaments. Another good series, another good Champions Trophy. Gets past 300 runs, better than Iqbal, Root, Williamson, Morgan. For the rest, it could be the end of the tournament. For Shikhar Dhawan, it could be another game up on Sunday at the Oval.
Through the gap, there's a big ring on the offside fielder's rights, and he gets it through the gap. It's a strong area there for Rohit Sharma.
For no loss India at this stage. Bangladesh will have to do something different. They've got 4 fast bowlers in the side. And none of them have got any purchase from this pitch. Shakib Al Hasan, the only spinner. They have to do something, otherwise India will race away with this game.
Also played to the onside. Dhawan. I was so impressed by those strokes we saw in the last over. He's got a strike rate 176.5. I don't know how he keeps his mouth open for so long. I think he spent a week in the dentist chair and he can't close it up.
Well, he's closed it now, Michael. He's been listening to you. Have you ever put on paint on your face like that?
Mate, if he did that in Australia, he'd catch about 20 flies.
And the headgear? The headgear?
Yeah, it's interesting. Shikhar Dhawan is married an Australian girl, spends a lot of time in Australia, in Melbourne, so not that there's much time when he's not playing cricket. That's the end of the 9th over. 60 for no loss.
Rematch? Rematch. Ignite the excitement. Nissan.
ये है आपकी जिंदगी और ये है आपका खेल। आपकी लगन और मेहनत आपको उस मोड़ पे ले आती है जहां चट्टानों को पार करते हुए आप बन जाते हैं अपनों के लिए उनकी हिम्मत। मनीग्राम मनी ट्रांसफर।
That's how it looks at the moment. 5 more runs for India. Let's not forget they're the defending champions of the Champions Trophy. Go, but nice to know you come into this event, which is a short, sharp knockout, and you're backing it up from 4 years ago. And it was on this ground that they won it. It was reduced to a 20-over game, and they triumphed.
Probable bowling change from the Birmingham end, 27 years of age. I'm surprised not to see him get the new ball. He's sharp, he'll bowl in good areas. He's got Rohit Sharma out a few times. A different way to start. He's sharp, he's not as slow as he looks. He will hit the bat hard. Straight away, first delivery, 137 kilometers an hour. How good has Shikhar Dhawan played? Previous delivery, a good length delivery. He punches it off the back foot. Luckily, it finds the fielder. Otherwise, that could have gone for 4 as well. 93 wickets for Probable. Best 6 for 26, and Bangladesh will require that sort of a performance here. In the semi-finals for the first time in a world tournament. India cruising at the moment, 60 for no loss.
Just the single. There's been so many boundaries, the big 6 as well. Always a chance that a modern player can knock off a great name when it comes to stats. He has now just gone past you as an Indian player, the most runs in Champions Trophy. So Suru running into this, it was 665, and Shikhar now 667. So there you have it. Well played yourself, though.
Thank you, Michael. And he's got a few Champions Trophy to go. He's a young boy, and he will have another Champions Trophy in the near future.
He'll run wide. He has a little bit of work to do. They'll come back with 2. Where was your biggest? What country?
Well, I enjoyed playing in England. Enjoyed the conditions, enjoyed the visit to this country every time. You never rushed. There's no flights from one city to the other.
Makes a difference, though.
Huge difference.
Yeah, you just get on the big coach, don't you? And it's a fun part of touring England.
Yeah, and it's the best part of touring England. Onto the motorways. Beautiful greener part of the country in the summer, and you enjoy it. Australia was good. We started playing well. With time. In the early part of my career, we never toured very well in that part of the world, but India started well after that. It's beautiful coloured buses. That's what it makes a special place to play. It's got the culture of the game. You know, it's a very important part of their lives. And you get recognised when you're playing well here. That's off the back foot. Great stop at point. Played my first test in England, Michael. The first test match in England.
And that was 100 on debut?
Yes, at Lord's.
Oh, doesn't get better.
First test match. A few hundreds in this country, England and Wales. Played for Glamorgan as well at Wales for a season. It's a beautiful stadium. Edgbaston has gone a massive transformation over the years. It just got better and better. A dot to finish the over, 63 for no loss.
Dual selfie camera. One for selfie, one for group selfie. Oppo F3, F3 Plus. Selfie expert.
Oppo camera phone.
5.05 runs per over. It will be 202, 240 balls.
Comparison just came up on the scoreboard here. Bangladesh were 46 for 2, so India at 63 for no loss. They're well ahead, certainly in control. Has to be really good passage of bowling and fielding or bad batting to change the flow of this game right now. Start on Shafiq.
That's how good India was in the power play. The best part of all, the batting, no risk, just good cricketing shots from both of them. Rohit, Sharma, very risky, very good to watch. Through the offside, through the onside, no pressure. And for me, that was a huge over. Shot of those 10 overs. It's a statement. Bang into the square leg boundary. So India need less than 200 runs at this stage to win this game and get into the finals against Pakistan on Sunday.
Bit of a mix-up. Throw is offline. Don't need to run out. That could change things. Hello, Sanjay.
In our coverage of this tournament, have a look at the red balls behind the batting crease. Now that's Shikhar Dhawan with the offside shot in Champions Trophy 17. All those yellows that you see was from the last visit here, 2013. Come back to that. So the big change that he's brought on, a subtle change, is that he's playing the ball later. 2017, number of balls that he's met behind the batting crease. There was a keenness, eagerness to get forward and drive through extra cover. Today, again, he's played 2 balls behind the batting crease. 4 years back, you wouldn't see any. I think it's just making him a little more consistent in the way he's batted. It just looks good, playing the ball late.
Very rightly, Sanjay. That's what made him succeed in this format of the game. But at the test level, he's had problems playing so late. It's very poor stuff. Very poor stuff. Short, no pace. Coming back to Shikhar Dhawan, what Sanjay Manjrekar just said, that how late he plays off the back foot on the onside or on the offside. That's been one of his drawbacks in Test cricket. With the red ball in good conditions where there is a bit more grass and a bit more zip on pitches, better attacks, he struggled. The Indian coach will be a very happy man. So far his team has played splendidly. So as much as it works in one format of the game, it doesn't in the other. But he's got a remarkable record for India in the shorter format.
Fascinating though, isn't it, Sanjay, that 4 years ago you're doing things differently. It shows how players can develop in a certain form of the game. It didn't necessarily mean he was playing poorly 4 years ago, but the game changes for you. Maybe you've worked on playing the ball late. It certainly showed that. And there's that test career you're talking about, 23 at 38.53. In the air but safe. The marker now is 45 plus, is a really good average. End of the over, it is 67 for no loss.
Rematch? Rematch. Ignite the excitement. Nissan.
7-0 India. Bangladesh still continuing with pace. It's down to third man. They need to do something. Need to bring a spinner on at this stage of the game. Try and change the game. Shakib Al Hasan, the left-arm spinner, didn't get much runs with the bat. Was splendid against New Zealand a few days ago, but not this afternoon. He's got to do something with the ball. Mahmudullah can bowl a bit of off-spin. Virat Kohli very quickly brought on the spinners during India's innings. Just after 10 overs, Ravichandran Ashwin was ready to bowl, and Bangladesh will have to do that. Change the pace of the game at this stage. Yes, you can see the Indians play spin well. They've actually looked no problem against the fast bowlers.
Take some stopping up the stop. Just got it thrown up. This outfield today, we've seen it pacey throughout, but it seems extra quick today.
And once the sun comes out, it's very difficult to stop in this part of the world. Travel from all over the country. Watch the side play. Very good shot. Just flicks it. Leg side delivery. Not a great delivery. Shikhar Dhawan helps it to the fence. Indian supporters, they've come in huge numbers to support their side. And if India make through the final, it's going to be a huge game up at the weekend. This time through the offside. No movement. And Shikhar Dhawan was not in the best of positions, but he still managed to hit the ball with the middle of the bat.
We're talking about medium pace. You're suggesting a change-up. I agree with that, because the fast medium pace bowlers, they're not doing a job. But what has been successful here at Edgbaston is the seam bowlers and no change-up. There's only 2 change-ups there, but it's been the normal pace, dot delivery, seam bowling that has had success here, but it's not happening today for Bangladesh.
So what they have not done is bowl a consistent line. The left-hand, right-hand combination has created problems for the fast bowlers, but you still got to hit that right length and line at this level of the game. They're bringing you live coverage from the Edgbaston cricket ground, and they know what's the outcome. They know Bangladesh are under pressure. He played well, should have carried on. Hopefully we'll see some of those blue t-shirts on Sunday.
Straight to that man behind that point. And it's 74 for runs.
नया दिन, नई चुनौती, इसका सामना करने के लिए चुनो वही जो हो आपके इरादों जैसा। स्टील से भी ज्यादा मजबूत जिलेट मार्क 3, जिसके 3 ब्लेड्स एक ही स्ट्रोक में दें बेहतरीन एंड स्मूथ शेव। स्टील से भी मजबूत जिलेट मार्क 3।
Sharma at 76, but they're working together beautifully. Economy rate not bad, it's under 4. There's a couple of bowlers that are going for more than that. Needs to get something in that wickets column.
A That's the win predictor, 96% in favour of India. Really want to know who are the other four. A beautiful batting day at Edgbaston. For none. If India makes to the final, Michael, who are you backing?
Backing India. If they get there, I just like their firepower. They're ambling through for the first, so there was a second. Some teams have an area of the game that could be improved, so I don't see any weaknesses in the Indian side. I think their bowling's got a great balance to it, and often we'll talk about Indian batters, won't we, and the star lineup that is there, so we understand there's firepower with the bat. Occasionally we don't talk up the Indian bowling, but I think we can in the squad. I just really like the balance, the firepower. If something doesn't work, I think we've got the players to lift out of it.
Yeah, they'll be up against a very good bowling side. Yes, no, Rohit Sharma makes it very, very easy. Lazy elegance. He walk around the park as if nothing has happened, and that's why he looks so good when the ball hits the bat. All the time in the world to play fast bowling. Coming back to the final on Sunday, if India do make it, they'll be up against a very good bowling attack. Which is Pakistan. They bowled splendidly against England yesterday.
There's a few too many short deliveries that aren't having effect. Yeah, and I'd like to mention Pakistan because we know they're mercurial, and some days they don't turn up, and I'm sure from a coaching staff point of view there's a bit of frustration with imploding in the batting order, and I think their strength is their bowling, but they've certainly got talent with the bat, and it's just whether they click or not. They can let themselves down in the field, but then they can turn things around and field really well. Hassan Ali, how well is he bowling? Short ball with no effect. It's 77 for numbers.
Rematch? Rematch. Ignite the excitement. Nissan.
The Indian fans have turned up in huge numbers to support their team. Change in bowling, spin from the Birmingham end. Shakib Ul Hasan will bowl his first over very rightly. It will also be very important at this stage for Bangladesh is not to let India collect very easily, not to let them take the singles very easily. They're in a good position, scoring almost 6 runs an over. And if they get through this part of the game without any pressure, it will be very difficult for Bangladesh to defend this total. 224 wickets for Shakib Ul Hasan. He's an experienced customer. 4 fielders on the onside. I just still feel that it's a bit more open for him at the moment. Get fielders in the catching area, force Rohit Sharma to do different things, play differently. Because that's the only way they're going to pick wickets. There will not be much turn on this surface for him. It hasn't spun for Ashwin, hasn't spun for Jadeja.
Well, the change-up could change things one way or the other. It's just looked too easy. The innings so far, there's been only a couple of moments, but for the most part, it's been controlled by the opening pair from India.
78 for no loss, 42 dots 11 boundaries. Actually, 11 boundaries and 1-6. So there's a boundary every over for India in the first 11 overs, first 12 overs, I beg your pardon. Ball to the left-hander now. The mid-off's up. Five fielders on the onside. Just easy pickings. Looking to come back for the second. Settle for a single. It's very important to set attacking fields for Shakib Ul Hasan at this moment, to create opportunities for Bangladesh. At the present moment, there's no pressure on Rohit Sharma. Just keep hitting down the ground, keep picking the gaps. Shikhar will be looking to come back for the second. There's such quick runners between the wickets. So Mashrafi needs to do something different here.
From him, what to do? Nothing more than a forward defence. That rocketed off that blade. Rohit Sharma. They're both on 41, and just content to knock the ball around. I think you miss out on a big opportunity if it comes. Fantastic. 83 for no loss. Around the wicket, and a change in the commentary. It's at Ali Khan and Sanjay Mendra.
I guess lads are with me. I'm a little surprised that the captain now in his 8th over, and seems like he's continuing in the spell more to keep the wickets down, finish his quota as much as possible. Because when you look at Mashrafi, he doesn't strike you as a wicket-taking bowler, because that is what Bangladesh want, wickets.
Yeah, one thing for sure that I would have wanted to see him a little bit more aggressive, not just while he's bowling, also the captaincy, knowing that they have managed to score 264, not enough on this surface. So you would want it to be, go in and go a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more attacking in the field, especially in the slips cordon. I mean, look at the field right now. Nicely spread out, only 5 men inside the circle, no real pressure being applied. So you do want to look for the wicket. You can't just wait for things to happen. You've got to go in and back yourself and try. Because it's going to be very difficult to defend this total with 2 set batsmen already and such a strong batting lineup that India has.
He may just find the gap here. He does. The crowd there rise on their feet. It's a very strong reply here from India. Bangladesh got 264. They've reached 87 now.
That was short. Cracking shot. Didn't try to hit it too hard. Just found the gap. And went pretty quickly to the boundary. find someone who can pick up a wicket here. Why is India cruising along at the moment?
Oh, gone! Simple catch to point. Ashwin gets a wicket. Been saying I am a wicket-taking bowler. Some hope for Bangladesh here. Shikhar Dhawan, the man in form, is the man out.
It's a slower delivery from Ashwin. That's the trick. Desperately looking for a wicket. It's the captain who picks up a wicket. Goes down the track and trying to play a full shot. And it's straight to the hands of Musaddiq Hussain. It's a good wicket. Shikhar Dhawan gone. It's gone for 46. Bangladesh 87 for 1.
Dual selfie camera, one for selfie, one for group selfie. Oppo F3, F3 Plus, selfie expert.
Oppo camera phone.
Rematch? Rematch. Ignite the excitement. Nissan.
बेटा जो वकील पैसे वापस कर देना वो वकील नहीं होता।
कोई आपका काम था जो आपका पूरा नहीं हुआ।
हमारी दुनिया से ज्यादा अंधेरा तो आपके लॉ एंड ऑर्डर में है।
Dual selfie camera, one for selfie, one for group selfie. Oppo F3, F3 Plus, selfie expert.
Oppo camera phone.
Rematch? Rematch. Ignite the excitement. Nissan.
The first wicket has fallen, giving Bangladesh an opportunity to come back into this game. The drinks were taken immediately after the fall of that wicket, allowing the Bangladesh group to get together, just try and motivate themselves with that one wicket, because Dhawan, the man out, top scorer in this tournament. Mushraf Murtaza taking the pace off Dhawan, trying to take him on, maybe looking to play towards long off in the air. Yep, the pace did him. Ball gripped the left-hander, and Musaddiq Hussain taking that catch at point. 46 for Shikhar Dhawan, and in comes the captain at number 3. A good 76 not out in the last match against South Africa in the run chase. Wasn't at his fluent best, but saw his team through yet again in a run chase. There's one slip for Virat Kohli, and that's a ploy a lot of seamers try against him at the start of the innings. Slip, as we speak, has moved a little wider. Yeah, a little while earlier we were talking about how Dhawan has been playing the ball a little late. This was old Dhawan trying to take on the bowler, trying to hit towards mid-off, extra cover.
Yeah, I didn't pick up the slower delivery. Nicely disguised slower one from Mushraf Murtaza to force the batsman to play a false shot.
Good over this for Bangladesh, a wicket and just the 4 runs, 87 for 1. seems. Almost an off-spinner from seam bowler. Dips a bit. You undercut the ball in that fashion. The ball has a tendency of just dipping on the batsman. "15 overs completed, the score 87 for 1. The man out is Shikhar Dhawan for 46. And Shakib Al Hasan in his second over. Round the wicket to Rohit Sharma. Oh, that's sloppy. Should have been a dot ball. It's 4 runs instead. It's such a dampener when you haven't put on 300 runs on the board. Bowler looking really deflated after that effort.
As a captain, he's the one who picked up the wicket, but he'll not be happy seeing that going through. Just seems like it hit the matting area in the square and just beat him by the. That is a very good shot. Rumor and put that away in style. So 2 boundaries in a row for Rohit Sharma.
Yeah, what a shot that. Rohit Sharma at his best. Shakib Al Hasan just flighting that one. This was the misfield pitched on the artificial turf that you just saw there. He didn't give that as an excuse. That's going to be 50 for Rohit Sharma. His third 50 in this tournament. And once again, on the big stage, Rohit Sharma comes up with the goods.
He's such an important player for India. And once he gets set, he rarely disappoints. Another very good knocker from Rohit Sharma. 15, just 57 deliveries, 7 boundaries. Strike rate very good indeed, 87.
Virat Kohli gets off the mark with a punch towards long on. Shikhar Dhawan out on 46. Rohit Sharma getting to his 50. If you remember the 2015 World Cup quarterfinals, got 100 against the same opposition. 137. Gets the big innings in 50 overs cricket. Hasn't got one yet, he's got 3 50s, but those big innings have eluded him. Good looking shot. 12 runs of the over. It's 99 for 1.
Dual selfie camera. One for selfie, one for group selfie. Oppo F3, F3 Plus. Selfie expert.
Oppo camera phone.
Somebody like Virat Kohli come in and start off in this fashion. Rohit Sharma getting a 50. Some busy taking selfies. FaceTime. Yeah, to get all of them excited and on their feet. Maybe a couple of wickets is what they're hoping.
And that's the only way they can get close to put India under pressure. Probable comes into the attack. It's the wickets. Cannot wait for something to happen. You've got to go in and force and make sure that you pick up a wicket. They've done that. Mashrafi Murtaza picked up one. I thought he bowled really well. And a lot will depend on Probable, a wicket taker, and hoping that he can produce a delivery where he can pick up a wicket or two. India, such a strong batting lineup, Sanjay. Even if you have picked up a couple of wickets, you still feel that you haven't done enough. They've only managed to pick up only 1 wicket, that of Shikhar Dhawan. I thought he was going great guns. 46 of just 34 deliveries.
I presume he's an Indian supporter. Rubel Hussain, very selfless from the Bangladeshi captain. A wicket His last over, he's taken himself off the attack. 100 comes up for India for the loss of 1 wicket. So as far as the Indian captain is concerned, matters on course.
Doing it pretty easily at the moment. 100 for 1, 9 wickets in hand, no real pressure at all. That's the reason why I spoke earlier that they need to have a little bit more attacking feel for someone like Rohit Sharma. No slip in place, none in the catching. Just 5 fielders inside the circle. Look at that, 47 balls for first, 50, and then not far behind, 51 for the second.
Well played, played it late into the gap, picks up a single, and here's Ian Bishop.
Yeah, just a little bit of the length, and I think Michael Slater did a little analysis earlier about what length has worked here for wickets, and generally prior to this it's been short, but today when they've gone short at Shikhar Dhawan, he's been able to put it away for boundaries. And we talked a little bit earlier about maybe bowling fuller whenever they bowl a good length, and finally with pace off the ball and going full, Mortaza was able to prize Dhawan out. And in hindsight, maybe they haven't changed the pace enough to Dhawan earlier in his innings and bowled a full enough length. They've kind of overdone it to Rohit Sharma really and bowled too full to him. So really, Sanjay and Atta, it's about understanding which batsman is doing what, how they're operating and adjusting to suit.
Because there's not been much swing in this tournament, the full length is something that all bowlers have avoided. It's been more hit the deck kind of length. Ian Bishop is right, take the pace off, and the full length is still a good length to bowl to certain batsmen.
It's important to ensure that you have that surprise factor. Slower delivery, slower bouncer. You got to mix it up on a pitch which is very good for batting. And you got to keep trying and hoping that you will create pressure. This is such a good batting track, and you would expect them to have discussed this back in the dressing room when they came onto field and defend 264, that you got to mix it up. If you can't pick up wickets in the first few overs, you got to go back and think about mixing it up.
Trying to find the Yorker. Good delivery to finish the over. Just 3 runs coming off it. 102 for 1.
Following the ICC.
Nissan ignites the excitement by sponsoring the ICC Champions Trophy.
Very tall, strong. Bowls at 140 kilometers an hour. Seems like a very hard-working cricketer. Yeah, once again, Bangladesh was able to get a good partnership going. Then it went all south for them after Tamim Iqbal was out, quickly followed by Mushfiqur. Need a game changer with the ball. Bangladesh, it's got to be either Musaddiq Hussain or get the fizz back in the bowling attack. Musaddiq Hussain, 3 wickets against New Zealand. Could be somebody they could go to. So at the moment, I think it's for Virat Kohli. They've got Mustafizur back. And you'll see here as the over develops, they'll be getting him to drive through the covers. Loves to drive through the covers, Virat Kohli. So they've got a short extra cover. And that famous change of pace from Mustafizur will come into play.
Yeah, he's only faced 8 deliveries, Virat Kohli. And Mashrafi Murtaza has not brought in a slips fielder. Will certainly clear a little bit more pressure if you have someone in the slips cordon. Easily done. Gentle mere push into the gap for a single. I always believe when a new batsman comes in, you've got to get in an extra fielder in the slips. No matter if a seamer or a spinner bowling.
Everyone who's watched Virat Kohli over the years will know that he's not quite at his best. But despite that, have a look at the runs that he's got in the tournament. Shows the class of the man. Even when the ball is not really coming from the middle of the bat, those 2 innings that you saw there, 80 and 70, were not Virat Kohli at his fluent best. But still getting those runs that matter. Oh, in the air. That's what they're trying, Bangladesh. Well bowled. And Mustafizur, they've got to get a better fielder at short extra cover. If that is going to be the trap.
Mashrafi Murtaza, the captain in the short cover. Probably a little bit straighter.
Have a look at Virat Kohli's dismissal summary. Caught keeper, 24%. And the ODI average is 14% for batsmen. A little more than the normal rate of getting caught by the keeper. It's worthwhile just dwelling on those dismissals, because you also have the average sort of percentage of modes of dismissal as comparison. You get a very good idea about Virat Kohli here. Caught keeper, general sort of percentage is 14% for batsmen. He is quite high, 24. Leg before, much lesser because of his foot movement. He's generally outside the off stump. Bowled as well, much lesser than the normal yardstick. But run out 7% and the general percentage is 10% for batsmen getting run out in 50 overs cricket. Delivery. That is the thing with him. 137 kilometers per hour. The last ball, 106 for 1.
Dual selfie camera. One for selfie, one for group selfie. Oppo F3, F3 Plus. Selfie expert.
Oppo camera phone.
Mustafizur may have just damaged Virat Kohli's bat here with that Yorker. He's got to change his bat. They all look pretty new. So he really looks after his bats well, Virat Kohli. Should be able to get around. Good stop. No, says Virat Kohli. Rohit Sharma was quite keen to come back for the second, and he was right. I think there were 2 runs there.
Yeah, the man at the deep had to run across and looked like that there was certainly a second run on Taskin Ahmed. Still too easy for India. Bangladesh needs to try a little bit more harder, make life a little bit more difficult. Mashrafi now decides that yes, get in a slip in when Virat Kohli is in strike, a bit wide.
So your thoughts on Mustafizur? Has he impressed you? Has the fizz gone a little bit? What do you think? How has he bowled in this tournament for you?
I think he's bowled well, but the expectations would have been to create more pressure and pick up more wickets. He's only picked up 1 wicket so far, but his economy has been quite good. His economy is under 600 an over on flat pitches. We've seen how the batsmen have enjoyed batting on these surfaces. Just not been lucky enough to pick up wickets. He's not getting the grip that we've seen He used to get grips earlier on. And if it starts to grip, then he will create the pressure that is expected of him. Sensational start to his career, but he's struggled in terms of picking up wickets.
You're absolutely right. I think good point, Arthur, because the balls aren't gripping as much for Mustafizu. He's not been able to make an impact. You're right also about the expectation. Just imagine in his first couple of innings against India. Got 11 wickets, 3 innings, 13 wickets. Should be able to get there eventually. That's 3 runs to Virat Kohli. Yeah, for somebody who had that kind of a start, just the 1 run in this tournament is unexpected. Sorry, 1 wicket in the tournament. Got some wickets in the World T20. So he's not just a 1 series wonder. I think he's a capable bowler. Good shot. It's a very good shot. Such an instinctive puller of the short ball, Rohit Sharma.
Just too good a pitch to bowl short here. Especially someone like Rohit Sharma. That is superbly done. Initial movement is to come forward and he picks up the leg very quickly. And puts it away. Lovely shot.
That's going to be 4 again. It's gone off the edge. Very fine. 12 runs from the over. 118 for 1. They need wickets. I'm a bit surprised, Athar, that they haven't gone to Musaddiq purely because of what he did in the last match. Got the wickets of Corey Anderson, Neesham.
That is one of his options for Mashrafi Murtaza. He bought in Musaddiq Hussain quite late in the innings. They've just bowled only 19 over. This is the 20th over. What's the important point that you make about Musaddiq Hussain? If you're not picking up wickets, throw the ball to him and see whether he can pick up a wicket.
Yeah, sometimes players just carry a bit of luck with themselves. And maybe you try and cash in on that. Kedar Jadhav certainly had a bit of luck this morning. What a game-changing spell that was from Kedar Jadhav. India was struggling in the middle over. The spinners weren't making an impact, weren't getting the wickets.
And it's also important for Mashrafi Murtaza to react quickly, not just waiting. Saddiq Mahmudullah and Shakib Al Hasan on the offside area. Backward point, short extra cover and wide mid-off. And it's important for players like Tamim Iqbal and Shakib Al Hasan to also assist Mashrafi Murtaza to take the right decision. Mushfiqur Rahim, the senior cricketer, former captain, outside edge.
We saw this morning Virat Kohli pull out a wild card with Kedar Jadhav. And he was searching for wickets. Came in, round arm, off spin. And got a couple of wickets. It was a game changer really with the ball.
And that's something Bangladesh need to do right now. Similar situation, just the 1 wicket lost. Get somebody like Musaddiq Hussain into the attack. Oh, good shot. Wonderful shot from Virat Kohli. Straight bat, brings them 4.
Beautiful shot to watch. The youngsters are watching take note. This is how you drive down the ground. Presenting the full face of the bat. Look at the finish. Look at the follow through. Brilliant.
You don't see a straight drive from Virat Kohli that often. It's really great to watch. Surprise bouncer to finish the over. 20 overs gone. It's 124 for 1. Pitch, the ball pitches on it. Looking a bit easy for India at the moment. Bangladesh need to change this.
And change this quickly. 141 at 4.7. Too easy.
Never been a batsman to take a big stride forward, Rohit Sharma. Just a small step forward, but that has its advantages. Small step, he can just whip that off his pads. Small step, get under the ball, pull it. Have a look at the front foot, because it's not gone way down the pitch. The ball appears a lot shorter to him. So when the ball is pitched up, swinging might get him into trouble. When it's not, that little stride helps him get into great positions to play those kind of shots.
Beautiful. Just beautiful to watch. Clip of his hips. This looks a beautiful batsman, especially when he's song. Rohit Sharma. What can Bangladesh do now? We spoke about the wickets. We spoke about whether they can bring on Musaddiq Hussain. What are the other options? Mahmudullah can come into bowl. We've seen Shomushaka bowl in the past. There's out of the ground, the captain at the moment. Maybe would like to see a message come across to the seamers to try and bowl a few Yorkers. Try to get a wicket.
Absolutely right, and this is the moment to do it. It's a big day for Bangladesh cricket. They can't just sit back and allow this opportunity to go away. India is looking very good, very strong in a winning position. This is the time they've got to take some risks. Think out of the box. They are in the final 4 of a world tournament. It's never happened before. In 35 years at the international level, just can't let this peter out to be a loss where a strong Indian batting lineup gets to the target without being tested. Maybe get the spinner on, have a few more fielders inside the circle.
Yeah, even when the seamers are on, you could attack the batsman a short pitch delivery. Yeah, you might go away with a few runs, but you might find the batsman top edging one in the deep. There are 2 fielders in the deep square and deep fine. The change of strategy is what is needed at the moment.
There's far too many easy singles available. Only 5 fielders inside the circle. No pressure at all on Virat Kohli since he's come. He's got 15 of 18. They try and play on the mind of Rohit Sharma, who loves to keep scoring. Have somebody there in front of him with extra cover. Get him to drive in the air. Try something
4 runs and over through singles. India on course. 21 overs completed. It's 128 for 1. The 5 regular bowlers used so far. So Bangladesh not willing to take chances with their bowlers' choices. The man out. 46. Looked good once again.
That's fine. There's no point just sitting there and just trying to have an honourable draw and say, oh, we took it deep into the game, we competed. Ain't no second chances in a semi-final. It's all about winning.
Yeah, valid point, and we felt that they were 30-40 runs short at the start of the innings, and it just started a little bit meek and mild. We saw Ashrafi, the captain, only start with a 1 slip, very defensive field. 125 k's an hour, dragged down 1 or 2 deliveries, and he travelled, and it's just been on the back foot ever since. They need a little bit of energy. They had that energy in their batting for large parts of it. The bowling's just looked a bit flat.
Yeah, good one to finish over. They're pushing for 2. They should get it. Nice over for that. 11 from it. Another good over for the Indian team. That's 139 for 1.
Dual selfie camera, 1 for selfie, 1 for group selfie. Oppo F3, F3 Plus, selfie expert.
Oppo camera phone.
Here's the equation after 22 overs. Bangladesh were 123 for 2 and they were cruising. Oh, what a shot again. Wow. Virat Kohli's just out there and showing what a class act he is with another wonderful cover drive.
And we've seen the last 3 boundaries from Virat Kohli. The flick through mid-wicket, great balance, and 2 transfer of weight, nice big stride. And his fast hands solid onto the ball. Tell you what, it's flown across the surface here at Edgbaston. Does look like a wonderful wicket to bat on. Best in the world is making it count.
Oh, that's just a nice shot. That's nothing more than just a little punch into the onside. They're flying off Virat Kohli's bat. Going to get 3 there. Oh, foot wedge down on the boundary down there. Well, Virat Kohli just showing his class on both sides of the pitches. Bit of a rabble out there for Bangladesh. And have a look once again, that balance. Not too many better sights in cricket than seeing a lovely textbook cover drive from a class player like Virat Kohli. And there's that just little tuck on the onside, aggressive running between the wickets, get the 3. Now that changes the field, takes the slip out. So once again, Bangladesh on the defensive because the runs are flowing easily. These 2 guys are doing it easy for India.
What's noticeable about that is the way his head gets to that delivery. I mean, many different styles from the top batters in the world. Some don't use their feet so much, trust their hands. The head's always in a good position. Eyes still. Kohli light on his feet, very fit, very fast movements forward and back, gets into strong position, solid base. Generates a lot of power for a small man.
As you just mentioned there, Smitty, about some of the best batsmen in the world. Virat Kohli's record in second innings when chasing in winning games is unbelievable. He averages 92.8 with a strike rate of 97 with 1500s chasing in winning games. Now, I know we've got guys like Steve Smith and Joe Root and Kane Williamson and all the A.B. de Villiers and these guys, Amla, who are great players. But I tell you what, to me, because of that record in one-day cricket, nearly puts him over the line. Oh, there's another class shot there, this time from Rohit Sharma. These runs are flowing. That brings up the 150 as well. Here's some of the shots in the last couple of overs. Look at this, Virat Kohli straight down the ground. We know how strong Virat Kohli is on the onside. Offside can sometimes get him in trouble. But look at this, it looks like he's sorted that out. This is Virat Kohli at his best. And this is why, it's, in my opinion, he's the best batsman in the world in all forms. And I reckon today, just in this innings, he's just flexing his muscles to the Pakistan team to say, we're here to play. Bring it on. Oh, hammered again. Just absolutely met. 17 off the over. These runs are flying along. 156 for 1, India.
Nissan ignites the excitement by sponsoring the ICC Champions Trophy.
ये है आपकी जिंदगी और ये है आपका खेल। आपकी लगन और मेहनत आपको उस मोड़ पे ले आती है जहां चट्टानों को पार करते हुए आप बन जाते हैं अपनों के लिए उनकी हिम्मत। मनीग्राम मनी ट्रांसफर।
28 runs, last 12 deliveries. Spin coming into the attack. Big screen last over. Some big numbers. Just to follow up on your point, Jan, I mean, that is an incredible stat that you've just given us on Kohli. I think the points to add there, it's not only the skill and the technique and running between wickets, but the ability to read the game, to know what needs to be done at the right time, when to push the hammer down, when do you need to build a partnership. And everyone will look at these glorious shots, but also the ability to rotate the strike. Because if you get a lot of dot balls bowled at you, that's when the pressure builds up. And you end up making a mistake, looking for the wrong option. It's It's just an all-round skill that he brings to the chasing department.
Yeah, and Bangladesh had to go for a change of pace. Mosaddegh was the destroyer against New Zealand with 3 wickets. Good running. Have to try and change the pace of the game here, because at the moment it's only going one way. That's all India's way. Virat Kohli looks like a man in a hurry too. Even the singles are going down to mid-on that quick. The hit was such power.
We've got mid-off in the ring here to the off-spinner, trying to get them to play against the spin. Not a lot of spin. You feel any width off it, it's going to sail into that long off boundary.
I'll tell you what it's been an excellent pitch. See the ball coming onto the bat so nicely. We just showed you the highlights of the last few overs. Now the ball has just raced off the bat. Oh, a little misfield. Well, it's always been a quick outfield here, but the wicket's just an excellent. It's a new one, fresh pitch. Looks like it's good to bat on once you got in. Virat Kohli, to me, looks like he's in a hurry. What is he, 34 off 26 with 4 boundaries. And it's an end of the over. 5 off it, 160 for 1.
Nissan ignites the excitement by sponsoring the ICC Champions Trophy.
Tuscan into the attack. His first 2 overs are pretty expensive. We went for 21. Can he get a breakthrough? That's the line to Virat Kohli. It's not normally a 4th stump. It's more or less a 5th or 6th stump to Virat Kohli. This is that replay. That sort of line there to Virat Kohli. You can see him sort of shuffle across his stumps and cover his off stump, and that's where he gets into a little bit of a problem. Most batsmen there would actually leave it. Even play it with a horizontal bat and try and cut it. It's good to see Bangladesh has got a slip in there now as well, and it looks like they're going to go for that wide line, about the 6th stump. Good shot. Excellent shot, and it's hello to Ian Bishop. You've noticed something, Bish?
Just a little admiration really for Rohit Sharma and for something going forward as well. All tournament, this is all deliveries faced in the tournament so far. He's been so good. If you're marginally short, he's been able to pull the ball. If you're marginally full of a good length, he's been able to drive it quite nicely. But look at the strike rate on a good length. He's very orthodox, and if you're accurate enough to get in there, then he doesn't really try to be too dynamic, but he's very, very patient, as I have found. But it's something that, as a bowler, Graham, I would look at and think, am I good enough to consistently be in that good length area and force him to do something out of the ordinary? But he's a really good player.
Yeah, well spotted, Bish. Very good analysis. I think the one thing with Rohit Sharma, as you say, he's a more classical type batsman, so you can bowl to. We know the Pakistan bowlers in the final, if India can get there, which they can bowl it on length. They're dangerous on that good length too, and they are patient. So it's an excellent pick up there, and a good, I'm sure, a lot of Pakistan players and supporters, we'll get back to the Pakistan team, said you have to bowl a good length to Rohit Sharma. We saw Ian Bishop at the 2nd semi. Tell us where to bowl to him. They'll all know where to bowl.
Been a good over from Tuscan. Been very deliberate in his lines and lengths to Kohli. catcher in behind the stumps. And the captain formulated a plan, almost that fifth stump. Trying to get Kohli playing away from his body. It's almost in that position where you get at the bat at a 45-degree angle. Not really straight, punching up the ground, or square for the square cut. Kind of get caught a little bit in between. It's an area he has had a few issues in. Boy, does he look good today.
Oh, playing a miss. Well bowled. They've had a plan, Bangladesh. That's more like it. 164 for one. Right, spin from one end, seam from the other. Easy pickings. Well, we saw last over Taskin, actually was a plan. There's a slip in place. They're going to both bowl to Rohit, Sharma and Virat Kohli on around a fifth or sixth stump. And when we talk about that, we mean if you actually put another couple of stumps outside the off stump and meant fifth, sixth, we're going to bowl slip and we're going to be patient. And we saw a play and a miss. With a spinner on now of Mossadegh, it doesn't really seem like there's much of a plan. It's a pretty stock standard type field, and it's more or less, let's see if the batsman can make a mistake. So I wouldn't mind just seeing a catching mid-wicket or a straight catching mid-on or a short cover, just a man in front of the batsman's eyes they can see as a catching man. Just no easy singles. Oh, what a shot. That's just oozes class. Just pick the gap out and goes bang.
I agree with you, Shane. It's just too easy picking it off. Only 3.8 required. Gosh, if he has to consider his options, how does he create more pressure? Have some purpose to what they're trying to achieve.
You know, people can also always play great shots, but that's one of his real strengths is his placement. So like the other great players of past eras, like Brian Lara as well. He was a brilliant player, one of the best players of our era, and probably the most dynamic player of our time. But his big strength was also his placement. He'd hit one and go, oh, that's going to end the air, and suddenly it'd race away forward. Always seemed to be in the gap. I remember he made 277 in Sydney, and we ran him out. Damien Martin, a good throw to Ian Healy. And if we hadn't run him out then, he'd still be batting now, Smitty. And that was in 1992. That's 171 for one.
Dual selfie camera. One for selfie, one for group selfie. Oppo F3, F3 Plus. Selfie expert.
Oppo camera phone.
Well, Bangladesh sticking with his plan. I like this. This is good. Got a slip in place, a wide slip at around that fourth position. Yeah, let's see if they can have the discipline to continue to bowl wide outside the off stump there. That's pretty good. That's very good there from Bangladesh. Yeah, the body language out there, the Bangladesh team, just a little bit quiet, not much energy out there, looking for a spark. And this is where your best players, that's good stuff. They need those types of things. This is where your best players need to stand up and sort of drag the rest of the team with you. With the ball in the field, grab that half chance, something presents itself. Either a run-out opportunity, don't miss that opportunity when it comes up. Hustle in the field, create some sort of energy. The major players need to do it. Captain, it comes from the captain, the keeper, and all your senior players.
You just can't aimlessly just go through your work. You know you need a miracle basically to get back into the game, but with 3.9 runs required, it is Bangladesh's first tournament semi-final. Leave it all out there. Yes, gain the experience. You might lose today, but commit yourself to that intent. I think it's been interesting is India's top order has been so dominant throughout this tournament that their middle order is hardly batted. MS Dhoni and Jadhav have batted once. Yuvraj batted at the end of the South African game. Top order just been so dominant. Maybe an area that Pakistan, if India go through, might look to take advantage of. Knock over the top order and make the middle order who's had no batting get the runs.
Yeah, good point. Look at this in the crowd. People are loving it here. So excited about India making another global tournament. Dressing up. All slashed. Tell you what, some of those outfits I've seen in the crowd today, Smitty, that looks like you after hours.
No, I saw that boy dancing there. It reminded me of you swaying in the wind there.
I tell you what, when we met out for dinner the other night and I saw you in that shirt, I thought, holy, what's happening there, Smitty? I tell you what. Oof. Look at it, they love it. Look at the passion. Look at that, you beauty. I wonder if he's seen a ball bowled today. He just loves it. Loves being here, loves knowing that India are going to get this done. Why wouldn't you be dancing? Why wouldn't you be happy and smiling? India are on fire. 173 for 1 they are. Oh, full bunger gets away with it. We'll stay at 173 for 1.
The opportunity to meet cricketing legend Ian Bell by the card display, which is just behind the boundary rope, working with ICC charity partner Chance to Shine. Wanting to provide these.
Well, if you're just joining us today, this is the story of the match so far. India won the toss and elected to bowl. Bangladesh were on fire. Yeah, and Bangladesh were batting first, so we're all out for 264 for 7. Bowling figures there, 2 wickets for Bhuvneshwar, Bumrah, who bowled well, Jadeja and Jadhav bowled 2. All in all, it was a pretty good bowling effort from India. And then India so far have been on fire. Rohit's on 84 not out. Shikhar played well. It was a good opening partnership again for the Indian side. And then Kohli looks like a man on a mission. No answers so far for Bangladesh. Ashraf's got 1. Bowled pretty well. The rest haven't been able to do anything. And here's the situation of the match. India only need 92 more to win from 138 deliveries. And at this stage, it looks like it's a walk in the park unless someone can grab the game by the scruff of the neck and do something. Can it be Shikhar into the attack? He's one of the stars of the tournament so far. I think he's number 1 in the rankings in the all-rounders category. He needs to spin a web. Not much turn in there, so it's all about flight and deceiving the batsman in flight.
Yeah, maybe you bring Midon into the ring.
Oh, but that's all too easy for me. Can't afford this at the moment. As we just said, India only need now 90 from 136 deliveries. They've got 9 wickets in hand, so it's a walk in the park. So there's no use having an honourable draw and losing in the 40th, 42nd over. Get everyone in here now. Let's try and get some wickets. It means India score quicker and they get runs quicker and they get the total down. So be it.
Especially with Rohit moving close to the 90s. The game dictates itself that India are going to cruise there if no wickets are taken. It's going to dictate your decision making as a captain.
Oh, a little chip. Is it going to be safe? Oh my goodness, it's landed safe. Now, if we had had the mid-off up, it's straight down his throat. Can't believe it. The bowling change worked. The star man, Shikhar, came into the attack. And I cannot believe that's land safe. He's been purely deceived. Just tried to flick it on the onside. It's gone in the air. And would you believe it? Would you believe that happened? Goodness me. Might have hit his glove. That's why. Can you believe it went that far? That one. There's the glove. It's a tidy over from Shikhar. $177 for one.
Rematch? Rematch. Ignite the excitement. Nissan.
Slip in. Taskin target that sixth stump again. It's punched away offside. It's all too much of the same for Bangladesh. India in cruise control. This partnership progressing, 91 of 81 balls.
Just looking around and looking at the options that Bangladesh have to try and take. It's all fair enough for us to say, well, they need to take wickets and let's be aggressive. But what are their options? I think Shakib's a good option at one end. And as we said, just bring one of those fielders up mid-off and mid-on. If they had it like that, maybe they might have got a wicket last over. Maybe himself, the skipper, to come into the attack.
I feel that he's got his two bowlers that offer the most penetration now into the attack, Taskin and Shakib. Field placings and tactics have to go with that. So I think with Taskin, they've got some tactics going. They're targeting that fifth stump, sixth stump line, slip in place, trying to force an edge or drag on from an Indian batsman. Shakib, it's too easy to rotate the strike. You feel they've got to bring another man or two into the ring, try and force a shot. If they carry on like this, India cruise home anyway.
Yeah, the only other option maybe would be the Fizz, coming with some slow balls and a short cover. Yeah, well played. Yes. But it all will come down to those field placements, tactics. And the one question that they need to ask themselves is, okay, how am I getting this batsman out? How am I getting Sharma out? How am I getting Kohli out? If the bowler asks you, the captain asks you that question, then you say, well, I'm going to get him out LBW. Okay, then you set your field accordingly. I'm going to get him out nicking. Okay, well, then you might have two slips in there. So once you have that plan of how you're getting the batsman out, then they need to back that up in the field. And then you've got to be good enough to bowl and ball after ball there in a row to back up that plan. There's not too many international good players out there that you think, oh, I'll just keep bowling and wait for the batsman to make a mistake. The good players just don't make a mistake. You have to get them out, you have to bowl them out, you have to outthink them. It's not just about letting the ball go and waiting for the batsman to make a mistake.
And the teams and the phases of the game that have had that mindset of just sitting back waiting for something, of the teams that have been found wanting.
Virat Kohli's looked good since he's come to the crease. He's on 47 from just 41 deliveries. Already hit 5 boundaries. All of them were glorious. Spanked to the boundary. Both on the onside, the offside. I think he was sending a message to the Pakistan players too. And the Pakistan team is flexing his muscles today. Said, I'm feeling good. He was buzzing in the field. He took a couple catches. He was busy. Short. Will that be his 50? Will that make it all the way? It's a quick outfield here. Yep, that's 4. And that's the 50 for Virat Kohli. Well played, Virat Kohli. 51 off just 42 deliveries. That's 185 for 1.
It's his third half century of the tournament.
Excellent stuff from Virat Kohli. Looked like a man on a mission. As soon as he walked out the crease, he was walked out and had authority about him. He looked a bit like David Hasselhoff out of Baywatch. He had that chest out that far. $185 for 1, and India doing this easily at the moment. It's going to be Shikhar to bowl again. He bowled a pretty tidy over last one. To tell you more about it is Sourav Ganguly and the legend all-rounder Ian Bishop.
He's probably the most fluent that I've seen Virat Kohli in this tournament. Played against Pakistan up here in the first game for India. He was a little bit slow to get things going. But from the very first ball that he's faced today, he's hit the middle of the bat. Conditions are good and everything, but he's looked much more fluent. 100 partnership has come up between himself and Rohit Sharma. From 89 deliveries.
It's amazing how this Indian batting lineup has gone about this job, Vish. There's no pressure. They haven't done anything extraordinary. Just clean, simple batting. It's a very good batting surface. They're 77 runs away from a place in the final. Rohit Sharma batting on 90, another opportunity to score a one-day 100 in a semi-final. A better over from Shakib Al Hasan, just 3 runs from it. India 188 for 1.
Dual selfie camera, one for selfie, one for group selfie. Oppo F3, F3 Plus, selfie expert.
Oppo camera phone.
And number 13, Mamadullah.
77 more required for India. So it looks as though they're heading towards that final against Pakistan. Another huge build-up. If that happens, Mamadullah Riyad into the attack.
So it's going to be a huge build-up, Vish. And I don't see that not happening either. India just 77 runs away from winning the semi-final. He pulls and he pulls hard, and that'll go to the fence. Just picks the gap. A rank long hop to start with. Takes Rohit Sharma on to 94. Very poor delivery. But all the time in the world to put it into the gap. India roll along. the offside. Bangladeshi fans a bit disappointed. They've come all the way to support their team, expecting them to put up a very good show. And they're up against a very strong Indian side. Very strong in this format. You produce flat pitches against this batting lineup, they will score runs all around the park. Once again a short delivery, this time straight to the fielder. Punches.
Fantastic. Excellent from Virat Kohli. I think just epitomizes that the fluency that he's been in today. Right on the money.
That's a terrific punch. Terrific risks in operation. See how far he gets on the front foot, and he knows exactly where the gap is. They're such good players that you cannot err in length. Such a good surface. Rohit Sharma on 95. He did miss 100 against Pakistan, 198 for 1.
Nissan ignites the excitement by sponsoring the ICC Champions Trophy.
He has struck the ball crisply, and we talked earlier, there was just conversing with Graham Smith at the top of the innings, and we talked about not wasting good form. We're seeing Rohit Sharma kicking on, having been in good touch. Virat Kohli has had a couple of good knocks. This, to me, his best.
Most fluent, as you said, and very good on the offside. And there are words going around in the circuit that if you bowl around the off stump to him, he's not as comfortable. But this innings he was very, very fluent. And fantastic shots through the offside against the quicks, against the spin. And Bangladeshi fan. Punches down to mid-off. 200 up for India. Just 31.4 overs. The run rate required 3.55. India have scored at 6.5 runs and over. Cuts well fielded at point.
.201 for 1. Very creative. Mustafizur replaces Taskin Ahmed.
Terrific shot. This punches down the ground, just a short arm jab, and it races away to the boundary.
This is such a good service, but it's such a good shot.
Just a short arm jab. Terrific bat speed. This races away. Stands tall, hits on the up. No movement, no bounce. Stand and deliver. Plays down to square leg for a single. Just 60 runs required by India from here.
You can get your question answered by the winning captain as well, using the hashtag AskCaptain and hashtag CT17. Get your questions in, get some good ones in. Make a final choice.
Shot delivery, trying to play the hook shot. Very good 50 by Virat Kohli. He's on 64 at the moment. Just 53 deliveries. And he's played with a straight bat. And the best part of his innings is he hits so well through the offside. It's very strong on the onside, but these are the shots which will make him very, very confident. Gets right back, right forward. Not much of spin on the surface. He just hits the gap. Such a complete batsman, Virat Kohli. The master batsman, one of the best one-day players in the world at the moment. So many boundaries through the offside. That'll give him a lot of confidence. And there's a word around in world cricket that if you bowl in these conditions just outside the off stump to him, he's susceptible. Have a look at those boundaries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 shots through the offside. He's a class act. He's the Superman of India, Virat Kohli. Sharma on 96. That's his wife. It's amazing that she turns up every game to watch the husband play. Could be a lucky charm for Rohit Sharma. Shot, hooks. Will it go down the fielder? No, it doesn't. It's his 100, whether it's a 4 or a 6. Rohit Sharma gets another 100 in one-day cricket. His 11th 100, second against Bangladesh, and his first 100 in Champions Trophy and in a semi-final. He's very strong off the short ball. Once he gets set, he can hit at will. For a time he thought it would go down to the fielder, but he perfectly picks the gap. A dive from the fine leg fielder. Probably it's going to be a 6 signal by the umpire. Hits the ropes directly. So it will be a 6 for Rohit Sharma. Signaled by Kumar and he's on song. No boundaries, big for him. 11th 100, 2 on 2 for 1. Just 53 away.
Dual selfie camera. One for selfie, one for group selfie. Oppo F3, F3 Plus, selfie expert.
Oppo camera phone.
ये कहानी है हजारों साल पहले की, द्रविड़ की खुशहाली और आर्यों की बदहाली की। अपने राज्य की रक्षा करती रानी देवसेना और उसके राज्य पर आक्रमण करने वाले वरुण देव की
उस आर्य को मृत्यु प्रदान करके रहे।
दो सभ्यताओं के टकराव की और अखंड भारत के आरंभ की महागाथा। आरंभ 24 जून से हर शनिवार रविवार रात 9 बजे स्टार प्लस पर और कभी भी हॉटस्टार पर।
We're the last Lannisters. Whatever stands in our way, we will defeat it.
I was born to rule the Seven Kingdoms, and I will.
If we don't put aside our enmities, we will die. And then it doesn't matter whose skeleton sits on the Iron Throne.
Dual selfie camera, one for selfie, one for group selfie. Oppo F3, F3 Plus, selfie expert.
Oppo camera phone.
Rohit Sharma with his 11th ODI 100. Shikhar Dhawan got to 46. One wicket to Mortaza, that of Dhawan with a slow ball. It was critical in taking the outside or leading edge, which means that India need a further 53 for a showdown with Pakistan at the Oval on Sunday.
Just 53 remaining for India. Shakib Al Hasan in his 6th over. Very good shot to the right of the cover fielder. Will come back for 2. Oh, he doesn't. It goes all the way to the fence. He will be disappointed with the effort at the long of boundary. Shakib Al Hasan. Mustafizur Rahman, the left arm seamer, just didn't make an effort. Not happy, the captain. I beg your pardon. Ashrafi Murtaza, the captain. But that should have been stopped. He just runs past it. Down the leg side this time, trying to play through the onside. Just 49 from 99. It's so hard down to the deep point fielder. You've been a fast bowler yourself, Ian. What could have Bangladesh done in these conditions? Flat batting pitch. Very good batsman on form. Not much of movement, not much of swing. What was the way out for them?
Not sure with the resources that they have that there's anything different really that they could have done. You could maybe have asked them to be a little bit more accurate, but generally it's been a very good surface. They needed a bigger score with the bat. That's one thing for sure. 218 for 1.
Selfie expert Oppo F3 brings to you chances to win at their selfie station behind the RS White stand. Win a chance to dine with former international cricketers at the final. Using the Oppo selfie station, win a selfie. Selfie expert Oppo F3 and win with us today.
Sharma 103 not out of a strike rate of 91.2. That's Rohit Sharma's 100. Very stylish, very compact, very solid off the back foot. You bowl him onto the onside or off the back foot, he'll hit you for runs. With such good timing, such good class. As Ian Bishop said, it's a terrific punch on the front foot, just so elegant. And that's his 100. Hooks the left arm quick and through the fence. Very good 100, second 100 against Bangladesh. Very good 100. That's the missus, that's the family, and they're happy. Punches down the ground. Another 4 for Rohit Sharma. A half volley, a loosener. And he just had to put back to ball. Top class cricketing shot. And Mushfiqur Rahim seeing the writing on the wall. They were up against a very strong side, a very good batting lineup. And 264 was not enough. Pitched up, just to follow through, just shows the face of the bat. The bat maker's name, as they say, and it races away to the boundary. This time through the offside, finds the deep point fielder, and we've got Sanjay Manjrekar for you.
Quick comparison between two class batsmen, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, especially against spin, specifically the cover drive. Rohit Sharma on the left, excellent technique, head right on top of the ball. Virat Kohli on the right, same kind of technique, but watch the head. Even lower than Rohit Sharma, gets really low on the ball. Use the keeper to compare. See how low he gets on the ball. So Rohit Sharma on the left, nothing wrong with the way he drives against the spinner. Head is on top, pretty low as well. But Virat Kohli on the right takes no chances at all. The old adage, smelling the ball, gets really low. Watch when he finishes. Have a look how low it is. Leaves nothing to chance.
End of the over, 6 from it, 224 for 1.
धोनी इतना बड़ा मैच आप इस डब्बे पे देख रहे हो।
फुल एचडी है जी, पूरे 55 इंच का है।
आपको पता नहीं एचडी चैनल्स नहीं तो आपका टीवी नहीं।
डब्बा 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 है डब्बा अंकल का टीवी डब्बा डब्बा है डब्बा अंकल का टीवी डब्बा।
आज ही नया एचडी सेट टॉप बॉक्स लगवाइए और देखिए आईसीसी चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी बिल्कुल फ्री।
Not seen anyone using the feet like Shabir Ahmed consistently to the fast bowlers. Just clean, simple, high-class batting. Beg your pardon, Shabir Rahman batted at number 3 for Bangladesh in the first half of their innings. Just 32 required. Down to third man for a single.
Yeah, just 31 needed. Shikhar Dhawan once again laid the platform, looked good for his 40. Sanjay Bangar there on the left, the batting coach, Sridhar there on the right, the fielding coach, all looking very relaxed after seeing another commanding performance from the tournament favourites and defending champions India. And Virat Kohli has looked the best he's done in the tournament. I think his timing, his game just falling into place, close to 100%, a few more runs, and that's 4 of them. 150 partnership comes up. Rohit Sharma going from strength to strength. India now just 27 runs away from a spot in the finals.
Yeah, it's been awesome, Sanjay. G'day, everyone. Yeah, Rohit Sharma's been absolutely superb on the front or back foot. We saw Ian Bishop, if you missed it before, if you bowl on a good length, he doesn't get it away. It's a bit harder to score. But if you bowl too short or you're over pitch, Rohit Sharma will punish you. Bangladesh just haven't had the answers today, have they? Just too much firepower. These two guys have just played superb.
Get a single, had to be the batting isn't it warning. They had to get over 300 runs. We've seen their bowling in the tournament. They don't quite have the X factor. Mustafizur has not been at his best. So they needed to get more than 300 runs to create some pressure.
Yeah, I just wonder if they went a bit too hard. They were, I think, around the 28th over, they were 160 for 2. And then they lost those 3 wickets. And I just wonder if they went too hard and said, oh, we need 350 to win the game. I don't know, but, you know, falling that far short to only make 264 was never going to be enough on this good surface. It's been an excellent pitch and some excellent batting from India. It's 239 for 1.
Not all deaths are the same. Some are real, some are a story. We're gonna get you out of here. There is a plan to make this right. Things have changed in the 4 years you've been locked up, Michael.
Seems fate has joined us at the hip once again.
We work together or we die.
Wonderful weather conditions after that scare first thing in the morning around toss time. Got grey and became drizzly as well. But after that the weather has been good. And yes, I think that is the general feeling, I'm sure, of all Bangladeshi fans. Proud of you, Ashrafi, that banner saying. Kedar Jadhav's introduction, I think, changed things for Bangladesh. Saw a part-time bowler come in. They felt they needed to sort of grab the opportunity to score even more runs. And 2 set batsmen got out playing shots. Seems like it's going to be India versus Pakistan on the 18th of June, Father's Day. He's got that fine. 4 more runs. And now within touching distance, India from winning this match and getting into the finals.
Oh, he's just been class today, Virat Kohli. Some of those cover drives he's played, both sides of the wicket actually. the delicate touches and glances. Look at that, just hitting the ball so late, getting it fine enough. It's been a good display from the skipper. Just been able to rotate the strike so easy and pick up boundaries at will. It's been fantastic to watch. He's my favourite in the world. There's so many good players to watch in the world, but Virat Kohli is my favourite. I just love the way he gets this done. His record, averaging 92 with 1500s in batting second, chasing and winning games, is just uncanny. What a shot that is. That's just raced across the turf again. Have some of that. Well played, Rohit Sharma. 249 for one.
Yeah, I think the batsman now set on entertaining the fans here. It's a good length ball that's been driven on the up. Look at the face of the bat meeting the ball. Balance again. We're talking about Virat Kohli. This is another batsman that I love watching. I mean, Virat Kohli is in a different league. No comparison with Rohit Sharma, but on sheer an entertainment and enjoyment point of view, it's right up there. I tell you what, he's not one to conceal his emotions just because he's captain. You can see that smile as he gets ready to focus on the next ball. India just 16 runs away from reaching the finals of the Champions Trophy. Well, if India get to that 265 mark, this will be their fourth entry into the finals of the Champions Trophy, and we've had what 8 Champions Trophies so far. So India's performance in this tournament quite brilliant. Four more. Some donkey drops coming now to help India to get to that target very quickly. Just 12 needed now.
Well, Virat Kohli only needs, what does he need here, Virat? He needs another 13, and India need 12. He needs 13 for his 100. India only need 12 to win. He's only 1 run short of 8,000 runs. This could be a big over in all contexts. India to the final, 100 for Virat and a win, 8,000 runs. And he'll be the quickest player to 8,000 one-day international runs.
So that's 8,000 one-day international runs for the Indian captain. Well, I think Virat may get 100 here. Rohit Sharma might just play out all the balls that he gets to face, and India needing, what, 11 runs? Virat needing 12 to win. I think he might just get 100 here. Oh, he's picked up a single.
Well played, Rohit. You're reading the play nicely. Nice match awareness. Give the single to the skipper. Right. As Sanjay just said, Virat Kohli needs 12 for his 100, and India need 10 to win. Come on, Virat.
There you go. 175 innings, the quickest to get to those 8,000 one-day international runs. Most of those runs in match-winning efforts from Virat Kohli. 256 for 1. Quite a few Indians featuring in that list. So how do they calculate this now? 9 needed to win. Virat Kohli needs 11.
Just take the strike, Virat. Say, I'm the skipper. I'm getting 100. I'm getting it done. We're going to win, and we're playing in a final. Come on, Virat. Get it down the ground. I don't think Virat really matters about the 100. He's got that many in all forms of the game. It doesn't matter. He'd just be very, very happy that the team is going to be into a final. He just wants to get it done.
Well, I think India intent on reaching the target without losing wickets more than milestones, and he's gone on record many times, Virat Kohli. It's all about wins, not personal milestone, but this is one that he can still get himself on 96 maybe.
I think he might try and take down Sabir in the next over. If he bowls another over, he might try and take him down. A couple of singles coming up here, I reckon. And he might take it down. What do they need? 6 only now, India.
Yeah, what he can do is maybe hit a 4, and then India would need 2, and then hit a 6. So those runs will count.
Yeah, 1 run to win, he can go, with a 6 to finish to make it maybe 100. Right, 1 ball to go here. Virat Kohli, just a single, I reckon, to retain the strike.
Yep, single of 5 balls of the over. And now India just 4 runs away. 261 for 1. Got to wait. Batsman has to settle 4 to win for India. Well, that's going to be 4, which means India get the winning runs. He doesn't get the 100, but he's very happy. The 4th time India get into the finals of the Champions Trophy. And what a terrific performance from India. South Africa, they beat them quite comfortably, and here against Bangladesh in the semis, another comfortable win for the Indian team.
Yeah, it's been class, it's been style, and they've just flexed their muscles to their opponents, Pakistan, for the final today. They've got this done in 40.1 overs, 265. Chase it down with ease. Virat Kohli, 96 from 78. Rohit Sharma, didn't he play well for 123 off 129? And India, as you say, into their 4th final of the ICC Champions Trophy, becoming a dominant force in this tournament, a dominant force in big matches, in big tournaments. They've got a good all-round side. They've got variety in their bowling. They're as good as any team with the field and with the bat, haven't they? Got some class. They ooze class. A little fist pump. You little beauty, here we come.
Yeah, and dominant force away from home as well. For a lot of time, India dominated only at home, but when it comes to limited overs cricket, they've found success all over the world. There were 3 teams regarded as favourites, the strongest teams in the tournament, favourites to win the title. Only one has lived up to expectation, and that's the Indian team. So well done, Virat Kohli.
And
well done, India.
Yeah, and well done to Bangladesh to making the semi-finals. They tried hard today. They're in a good position around that 25th over. They're in a wonderful position. It's good to see this game's being played in the right spirit. This whole tournament's being played in the right spirit from all the teams.
It wasn't to be for Bangladesh. Wasn't going to be a fairy tale tournament for them. Has been in many ways, but they would have hoped to get into the finals, having reached this far. Showed some promise in the morning with that partnership with Mushfiqur Rahim and Tamim Iqbal, but then it all innings went awry for them. Kedar Jadhav's introduction, Bumrah with the ball. So often, Warnie, we just focus on the batsmen who get the winning runs. What about the contribution of the bowlers in the morning? Bumrah brilliant today against Bhuvneshwar, Kumar, Kedar.